record on this computer. Alrighty, so welcome everybody. Thank you so much for your time. Welcome to the KV Core training. So what we're going to be covering today, what are we going to be talking about today is going to be, KV Core website, landing pages, squeeze pages, Facebook ads, Google ads, digital door knocking, drip campaigns, video marketing, attract buyers and sellers to you. So Ms. Megan, so it has to be on your end. I'm not 100% sure. Let me see, hold on a second. Use your volume button. Increase the volume. That might work sometimes. For some reason, when I use Zoom, sometimes it doesn't, for some reason, it doesn't turn on automatically. So that might work. If not, I am going to be recording this, so not to worry. And I will make sure that I send out this recording to all of you afterwards as well. So let me go ahead and get started here on the first slide. So the intention is that you walk out of here with knowing how to use KV Core and have a clear plan on implementing into your business, generate new buyers, new sellers, while creating a world-class customer experience, right? So everything about today's market is really getting your business digitized, right? If you're in real estate right now, which I know that you guys are, obviously you guys are on this webinar, you're wanting to understand how you're going to be able to attract buyers and attract sellers, and you're not going to be able to do like the normal things you would normally do, which is, the open houses on a regular basis. There's a lot of activities that have been impacted. So really having an online presence and attracting buyers and sellers through platforms like KV Core, it's going to help you to transform your business. And I love this system. I mean, I've been doing this for 15 years. I've used many different systems before. KV Core for me has been one of the ones that has worked the best. And I'm gonna show you why, right? Because it has a lot of different features that it's not just your customers getting an email from you every week or every 2 weeks, with information that they don't click on. What customers want to see is properties. So the property alerts in the system is going to be a game changer for your business. And why should you use it, right? This is just another slide. Like, why should you use it? Customer experience, retention, right? If you don't have a platform like KV Core, your customers are going to be living on Zillow or they're going to be living on Redfin. So if you don't have a platform like this, again, they're going to be sending you properties. And I know that you guys probably don't like it, right? When your clients, you're sending them out all the listings, and then they're sending you a Zillow link and they're sending you a Redfin link, and we're like, oh my God, this one's not available. So it's a pain, right? It's a pain when you have customers doing that. But the thing is that in the world that we're in right now, we have clients that want to do their own research at their own time. The beauty of having an online system that's going to be 24/7 is the fact that it's going to be 24/7. It's like when you're asleep, your customers can go in there and look at properties. And when they go and do these things, you're going to be able to keep track. When you wake up in the morning, you get to your home office or your office, you're going to be able to log in, look in your dashboard and say, all right, cool. Let's see who actually looked on my system. Okay, cool. I'm glad that you're in. Thank you so much. Hello. So I'm going to play a quick little video here just so you guys can see what KV Core is all about. This is the platform. Let me just play this video real quick. Obviously, you guys know what this is about. Cool. Awesome. Thank you guys for watching that video. Pretty amazing, right? I mean, that was a little demo of the platform. This is what I'm about to show you guys today. So let's go to the platform. Let's go into KV Core now, and I'm going to show you guys the first step here. So for those of you that have KV Core already, there might be some of you that don't have KV Core in here that is in the webinar. We've made this open. So for those of you that don't have KV Core yet, we will show you how to get it. And if you know, the person who invited you here to this webinar can also help you how to get it. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the dashboard here on KV Core. So this is just going to show you like my back office. So here you will see the back office as soon as this thing decides to load. Perfect. So this just shows you everything that's happened in my system here in the last 24 hours and beyond. So you could see within the last 2 hours, I've had this guy, Karam, logged in, saw 2 properties. So I can see, okay, cool, 1.1. Actually, let me end this webinar. Let me call this guy real quick. Just kidding, right? But, this is how it is, right? When you have people that are logging in, right, you're able to see all the behind the scenes. And that's the really powerful thing. Imagine your business and you get to see everything that your customers do 24/7. And, you can see like, look, these guys are looking at properties. Look at this property, 3.2 million, 2.8 million. That's a really good one. And then you have new leads that are coming in, right? And when you have new leads, they're gonna, if they call your system, whatever the case is. The thing about KV Core is that everything is in one place. So if somebody gives you a call, it's gonna go automatically into your KV Core. If somebody goes to your landing page, it's gonna go to your KV Core. If somebody visits your website, it's gonna go to your KV Core. So everything that your customers are doing are going to funnel directly into the platform, which is the powerful thing. And then you're going to be able to see everything that happens, right? So this is all the stuff that has happened in the last 24 hours, as you can see. So it's very, very powerful stuff. So if you're also interested in learning about learning at your own pace, right? Because I'm gonna basically go through this platform and I'm gonna do this training and I'm gonna show you what it can do. But if you want to get, some hands-on training on your own, the first thing you're going to want to do is go to the Agent Success Plan here on the right-hand side. You're going to want to click there. And on this section, it's basically how you're going to master the system. This is how simple it is. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-step process. This is what I did. I mean, so I don't want you guys to think that it's something, I'm a genius at this platform, because all I did was follow, and Paul, one of my guys, has actually gone through this training already. It's a 5-step process. So you just got to go and take these modules. And again, the powerful thing about it is that you can go at your own pace. You can go and, first thing in the morning or later in the evening. So this is what I would tell you before you try to do anything. I would say do this training in the system, because this is going to help you to put all of the systems into place. That's going to help you to really generate the results that you want. This is how teams are doing, 100, 200, 300, 500 transactions, because when your business starts to grow and it starts to take off, you're going to need systems to be able to manage all the buyer and seller leads that are coming through. So just make sure, take a note of that Agent Success Plan. That's the way to get started. And then once you complete that, if you wanted to go ahead and get more training on the system, then you can go to the learning portal here on this section. The learning portal is also going to give you all of the additional, there's hundreds of courses. Like you could see here, you can see all the courses. There's a ton of different lessons. So this is just going to be another, like the back office, listing machine, growth strategies for administrators, for lenders. You have a bunch of training. Like each one of these has 38 to 20 lessons, and there's pages and pages of these courses. So don't get overwhelmed. Don't go to this page until you finish your Agent Success Plan. Once you finish your Agent Success Plan, then you're going to want to go to the learning portal, and then you want to get a little bit more specific so you can start to understand the system at a higher level and master it. So before you even get into any of the stuff here, the first thing you also want to do is make sure that you have all of your contact information updated on your platform. So the cool thing here is that you're going to have a website, right? I'm going to go ahead and click on it so I can show you the website. And this is just the website that my system comes with. There is a couple of different versions of this, but this is just like my normal website that my customers can go to. They can check their value. They can see all the, the just listed and these different areas. They can see more just listed, like properties that have been reduced. They can see about me, and then they can see the areas that I cover. So this is just a normal website. But the cool thing is that, whenever they do anything in here to search, it's going to open up additional pages, and it's going to look a little bit nicer. Like they'll be able to see like the map. They're like, all right, cool. I want to go look up here up north. I'm like, okay, I want to go take a look at this house. So anything that the customer does, this is where your results are going to start to go through the roof, because when your customers are surfing through your website, everything that they do on the website, it's going to be captured on your dashboard. You see, I know a lot of agents that spend a ton of money on these beautiful websites, and yeah, they're really nice and people are going to go visit them. But if your website doesn't have a tracking feature or a lead generation tool, then your marketing dollars that you spent on building that beautiful website are not going to do anything. So a website like this has a built-in mechanism for your customers to be able to register. So if, for example, I clicked on this property, you pulled it up, it's going to market me as the listing agent, and it's going to give them all of my contact information, and it's going to show them everything about the property: price reductions, the general features, the interior features, the exterior features, amenities, what's going on in the zip code as far as price. And then it has this, download my app. And if they download the app, again, it's going to help me to track all the results. And then you're going to be able to see where it's at on the map, and you're going to be able to check out, where it's on the Google image. So this link here is a live link that's going to capture your client's information. So this is, something that really is a very, very powerful tool. And again, this is just through my website. So that website, you can promote it on your Facebook, on your Instagram. You want to put it on your email signatures. That way, when people want to connect with you, they're going to be able to go to that site. And just to also let you know, that website it's the basic one. There are custom templates that you can add. You can make it look a lot more appealing, a lot nicer. I just chose to keep it really, really basic. If you want to keep it basic and you don't want to get all techie, just use the system the way it comes. But if you want to make it, nicer, then you could for sure do that as well. Does it make them type in the information if they are a new customer? Yes, if they're a new customer, it's gonna basically have a registration. So when somebody comes to this page, like either they come to this page or this page, this is gonna have a prompt, and it's gonna force the customer to register. So for example, if I drop this link in here so you guys can take a look at it, that's my link right there. So if you log in there and you start to surf through it, you're going to be able to see that within like about a minute, if you look at one or two properties, it's going to pull up a registration page. The registration page is going to have your customers register one of three ways. Number one, it's going to have them register through Facebook. Number two, it's going to have them register through Google. And number three, it'll give them the option to register with just their email, and then their password is going to be a numerical password. So this is how I want you to think about it. Any way that your customers get to there, whether it's their Facebook, Google, or their email, you're going to get their contact information. So you as an agent, when you want to promote properties or promote information, you want to make sure that you always have a lead capture page. So these are lead capture pages, lead generation pages, because the normal stuff about, I see agents promoting properties for sale all the time. And I think that we as agents are experts at giving away all the information. We say, hey, this property is this price. This property is this many bedrooms. This property has this much square footage. Like, we literally give away all of this information. Like, all of this information you see here, the address, the price, the zip code, like the bedrooms, baths, square footage, this stuff you should not put on your Facebook or your Instagram posts. Do not put this information. You want to make sure that you promote properties that are like really nice looking, and you want them to raise their hand and ask a question. But if you give them all the information and you're like, hey, what's up? It's Leo, guys. Check out my new listing. And I say, it's on 6201 Country Road, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, it's $695. It's a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, half a bathroom. It's 4,000 square feet. Ask yourself this question. If you are a customer and you saw all that information and you don't know me that well, would you have a purpose to contact me, right? And that's how I want you to think about it. As you as a real estate agent, I want you to put that to the side. When we're wanting to attract buyers and sellers, you got to put on your marketing cap. right? And your marketing cap is going to give you the ability to attract the buyers and sellers. But if you give away all the information, your customers are not going to have they're not going to have any reason to contact you, right? So please do not be the agent that gives away all the information unless you just want to kind of brag about your listing, because that's basically the only thing it does. You're going to brag about it, but you're not going to get the lead. And I don't know about you, but I'm really interested in getting leads, right? What do we do when we do open houses? When we do open houses, we sit there for a couple of hours and we wait for leads. If we don't have a sign-in sheet, or if we don't capture anybody's name and number, would you say that that's a successful open house, right? Let's just paint a picture. If you're sitting in an open house, you're sitting there for 6 hours and you have nobody's contact information for 6 hours, and you just gave them a nice, beautiful flyer though, you did that, and you gave them your business card, how many leads and how many closings are you going to generate from that? Probably close to zero, right? So the thing is that with any activity that you do, you always have to focus on the lead generation part, whether it's an open house, whether it's calling, whether it's door knocking. Your intention is to capture the information. So that's how I want you. I'm just kind of painting a picture so you guys can see how powerful this is. So you want to leave all that information out and let KV Core do the work for you to capture the information. And this is the other thing. If people ask you a question online and they say, you know, if somebody types in on your comments and says, what's the price? I know you as an agent, you want to give it away again, right? Don't do it. Just say, hey, I just DM'd you the information, right? And I want you guys to write this down, because I'm giving you guys the secret sauce of like marketing here. Do not give them the price. Just say, hey, I just sent you a DM with the information. So then you send them a direct message with this link. You can send them the link with information. Hey, all the contact information or all of the information for this property is in this link. So if I was you, I would send them back this property, and then they're going to get all the information. They're going to be like, oh my God, this is really nice. And then the system will then prompt the registration, and then they're going to submit their phone number and their email. And then your system is going to go to work, and everything that they do, you're not going to start to keep track of it. And your system is also going to now start to follow up with that customer automatically, right? Wouldn't you like that kind of business, right? Where it's like you have to have a system that works for you, right? So if somebody requests something on Instagram, if somebody requests something on Facebook, or if you get a call from a customer and they say, hey, you know what, Leo, can you send me over this property? Yeah, sure. Well, now you already have their number. But how do you cultivate the relationship is by getting them into a platform like KV Core. So you want to make sure that you send them these links. That way your customers can do the work themselves and register themselves on the platform. So the one thing that I also want to share with you, for those of you that have the platform already, just make sure you update your profile. And it's very, like, what I love about KV Core as well is that it's very, very simple. It's very, it's just easy to use. So here, you just want to make sure you edit this section. You want to put in your picture right here. You also want to make sure you put in your Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, your YouTube, whatever you have, you want to put these links in here. You want to put in your updated emails, your website, the languages that you speak. If you have a lender, you can also include your lender. You can include something about yourself. Once you finish that, right, or any community involvement, which is Prosperity Homes, huge advocate of Prosperity Homes. I love it. You know, we build homes for individuals in Ensenada. So I'm promoting and I'm putting that in there in my website as well. So once you finish updating all of these things here, make sure that you click save. If you don't hit save, all of the stuff that you just typed out is going to be wiped out. And I'm speaking to you from experience. I filled it all out all perfectly. And I just went on to the next page, and I just noticed that everything that I had done got wiped out. So make sure you hit save, and then it should be done. Okay. So that's just going to be the profile section. So again, going back to the dashboard, your job is to basically log into this platform on a daily basis and look at who is looking at properties and then contact these individuals. So the really cool thing is, like, look at this person, Karam, for example. He looked at 2 properties here, and he got into my system back in October 25th. at 1:33 p.m. That's when I put them in my system. So this was an old lead. So you're going to do three things with the system. You're going to want to put in all your clients, all your past clients and past clients, all your sphere, anybody you have a name, number, and email for, and any old leads. Like I had a bunch of old leads that I've collected over the years. I used to use this system called Bold Leads. So I had a lot of contact information for people, and I just basically wasn't doing much with it. I had it on Follow Up Boss, and Follow Up Boss wasn't really generating me any results. So what I did is I took all those contacts when I moved over to EXP and I put them here to KV Core. So then my system created a profile for the contact, and then my system started to send this client property. So you see that my system automatically sends them properties week over week. And these little black envelopes mean that my client has not opened them. And this is what I will tell you, that this system is going to help you to generate so much business. Why? Because this system is going to follow up regardless if you follow up or not. The thing and the issue, the biggest breakdown as far as real estate agents is that we don't follow up, and we don't follow up enough. So I want you to like look at how many times my system followed up with this customer and tell me truthfully if you would have followed up with them this much, right? So October 25th, September 20th to 28th, October, November, December. And look at all of these are like, he's not open. He's not doing anything with it. January, nothing. February, nothing. You know, February, March, nothing. I'm sending them stuff over. Like I'm sending them some really good stuff. It's like really nice stuff. Nothing. March, nothing. April, nothing. It's my birthday month. May, nothing. Well, May, finally, boom, he opened up an email. All of a sudden, he opened up something. So that when your client opens up something there, it's going to give you the alert. It's going to show you the little envelope. And then your job is to pick up the phone and give them a call, right? So I gave them a call. So he's just started to engage more recently. So you can see how long did it take for this customer to start to engage with my platform. And then boom, today he's looking at more properties. So the fact of the matter is that my system has already built the trust with this client that my system is up to date, and he's surfing on my site and he's not surfing on Zillow or Redfin, right? So this is what you want to do with everybody you know. You want to put them in a system like this. That way the system can do the work for you. And you're probably thinking, well, you probably don't have a lot of old leads. Well, there's a system that you could purchase, or if you're part of our group, then we already have this. But this is called Cole Realty Resource. So this is something that you would want to pay for if you're not part of our EXP group. If you are, we have it already. I can give you data. But Cole Realty Resource is basically going to give you cell phone, email, address. It's going to give you full contact information for anybody, anywhere. So let's just say that you wanted to dominate Fontana, Rialto, Bloomington, Corona, Orange County, Los Angeles County, whatever. You basically just get an address. You punch in that address into the system, and this system will give you anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 contacts. And these contacts, then you can import into KV Core and turn on alerts like the one that I did, right? Because what my system is doing is that it's sending them properties every single month. So this email, for example, this is how the email went out. New properties for Karam. We found 5 properties that match your criteria. So it's going to just send them all these properties. And when the client, and this is the thing, my email is a lead generation tool. So when they look at this property and they're like, oh my God, I want to take a look at that. Boom, they click on it. And then what this is going to do is that it's going to open up the website. You see how I just opened up? Well, actually, I don't know if you could see it because it's a different page. But basically, it opens up the website for the property. And then that website, it's linked onto your account. So again, if you don't have Cole Realty, get this. This is $99 a month, and you have unlimited access to be able to pull information. This is also another great tool for lead generation. If you want to do circle prospecting where you want to call, this is also really good for that. Or again, put it into the system, because this is going to help you to digitally door knock, right? I said that was one of the things that I put on there. So now that you're in the contact here, let's just focus on this. You could also, have you guys ever been asked by a client, hey, can you keep me up to date with the value of my home? I know 100% of you have, at least one person in your career, right? So the really cool thing about this is that you can go to more details here on the left-hand side, and then you could actually get their address, right? I have their address right here. And then what I could do is drop it into the evaluation section because I know that the customer is engaging. So I'm going to go ahead and send them over a value report for his home in Corona. And the report is going to go out and it's going to show them that the property is worth $590. Obviously, this is not 100% correct, right? It's going to give them like a zestimate, right, in a way. But it's another way for you to stay in front of them, right? So now my customer is going to get this. And every 30 days, he's going to get a new value report. So it's just an additional way that my system is going to give him value. So when I speak to Karam, if I speak to him and says, hey, you know what, Leo, I'm looking for something under, I'm looking for something in between the price range of 500, 500 and 1.5 mil. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'm also going to go ahead and click on the, well, he's already a single family residence, but I can also modify it and put in here that I'm going to send them over pool homes. So now my system is going to send them properties between 500,000 and 1.5 with pools. He's still going to, I'm going to actually modify this. I'm going to do twice weekly. That way he starts to get a little bit more engagement. If the customer is really hot and they're telling you that they're ready to buy, you probably would want to do ASAP, right? That way they're getting every single time something hits the market, you can do that. But I'm going to do twice a week for this client. But if I had talked to him, he might have said, hey, you know what? I want 4 bedrooms. I want 3 baths. And I want you to send me properties just in the city of Corona. So look how cool this is. Like, this is connected to the MLS. So if you're wondering if that question's coming up to your brain right now, like, well, how does the system send the properties? This is connected to your MLS account. So if you got Corona there, now the system is going to send them properties in Corona with this criteria, but he didn't actually specify that. So I'm going to wipe that out, but I'm going to click update the alert. And what the system will do is that it'll actually update it and it'll start to send them more properties that have pools, right? Because I saw that he clicked on a couple of properties that had pools. Obviously, I'm going to call him up after and I'm going to check that out. But that's how awesome it is, right? Your job on a daily basis is to reach out to the customer and refine their search and come from contribution and find out what you could do to help them. The other really cool thing is you have a voicemail drop. This is an additional add-on, but you can actually just drop a voicemail directly to their cell phone. You could record a voicemail once, and by recording that voicemail, this will literally drop the voicemail directly on their cell, and your voicemail is going to probably be something very generic. It's going to be you're not going to say their first name, but it's just going to say like, hey, what's up? It's Leo here. I just wanted to reach out. I noticed that you visited my website. The market's on fire. Interest rates are low. And I also just wanted to find out if you had any questions about the homes that you saw. Let me know if you have any questions, blah, blah, blah. Like something like that, right? So you can just record like a nice voicemail, right? Not like the one I just said, but like something like you crafted out that sounds authentic to yourself. And you can click voicemail drop. That'll go directly to their voicemail. The other feature that was just recently added on, we also have an integration with BombBomb. So this gives you the ability to send out a video to the customer directly from your platform. So this is going to give you the ability to just say, all right, cool. I want to open up the recorder, and I'm going to actually, I can't record right now because I'm doing the Zoom class, but I would literally just click open recorder, and this will record like a quick video. And this is something I use a lot. So just for those of you that have this platform already, make sure you use this feature. It's very, very powerful. And it also it tells you when the client looks at the video. Video marketing is so powerful. You want to make sure that you include this as part of your follow-up process. So you can just click open recorder, and you could say, hey, what's up? It's Leo. Just wanted to put this video together so you can put a face to the name. I included a couple of properties that you might like. Feel free to give me a call if you're interested in buying, selling, or investing in real estate. Would love to catch up with you. Give me a call, right? Something like that. You would just put in the title, and you would click send. This video could be sent via email or sent via text directly from the platform. That's super, super powerful, guys. Like this is a BombBomb integration. I paid $1,000 a year for BombBomb, and here you're getting this included in your account. And BombBomb only had the ability to send out an email video. So having this text video, that means that anybody you have in here that you want to follow up with, you could now send them a custom video directly to their text. Text messages have a 98% open rate. So this is very, very essential. This is what you want to use for your business. So that's how easy that is. You could also send a text. And you also have canned responses. They're really good. So you can actually choose, hey, I want to contact them for a buyer or an expired or a homeowner, renter. You have all these canned responses. So if you're going to follow up with the lead, then you can just click this and it'll just send out this message. Or if you don't want to do that, you can just wipe that out and just type in your own, whatever message you want. Do you know there's a restriction on how long a video could be? Time of the video messages are short. There's no restriction. I mean, I've actually, what I will say is this though, you probably don't want to do like a super lengthy video when you're following up with people. But what I will tell you is that I haven't had a limit. I've sent out like, just from my personal experience, I've sent out like a minute in 25 seconds. I think I've sent out the video. I typically like to keep these 30 seconds and under. But you don't have a restriction on that. Like I don't think that you have any sort of restriction because they would have said something like that. When I sent it out, I didn't have any sort of restriction. So, but curious to see, you know what I mean? Like try it out. Maybe you do a 15-minute video and it doesn't do it. I don't know. So here you don't have a limit like that. So the other cool thing is that you can also send out an email directly from the platform. This is really powerful as well. You can just craft out. You can also just choose one of the templates that's already made. And look how, like, this is super easy. Like you could do a CMA one. Hey, did you get the CMA follow-up? Expired. You can also do this, like 1 week follow-up. Could send a video market report 45 seconds with a link market report squeeze page. You could totally do that, man. Like, yeah, like you guys are gonna start getting a bunch of ideas, but I'm telling you, the video is gonna it's gonna be it's my favorite feature. It's how I follow up with people. So for your lead generation, make sure you do a video. It's so powerful. So you can click one of these canned responses. It's gonna look just like this. But if you want to get a little bit more technical, you want to make the video look or the email look a little bit more crafty, you can click this advanced editor. And this will open up an advanced editor for your email. And what this is going to do is that you can just say, all right, cool, I want to include some text. I want to go ahead and include a video. And I also want to include my social media. So now you're going to be able to type in, whatever you want here on the thing. And then here you can just punch in your URL for the video that you want. And then you could send out that video. So this is just really cool. It'll send out a nice email and then you can just preview it, right? You would want to preview it before you send it out to like a lot of people or that person. But that would be how you send an email. And you also have this call section. This is something I also recommend for you to use. You could use your cell phone, obviously, but I would use this feature instead because this is going to call the customer. And it's going to ring your cell phone first, then it's going to call the customer, but it's also going to record the call for quality control. So that's really cool. And then once you actually have the conversation, you can type in there, what happened, right, with the client. And then you can also schedule it. You can also say, hey, you know what? I want to contact the customer on Friday at 5 p.m. So you could just say that, and then it could sync with your Google Calendar. And this will be a reminder for you. So really powerful stuff. I mean, I'm literally just on one little box. So, just think about, this little webinar that I've been doing. I've spent this much time just on this section here. So the thing is that I'm thinking of doing a series of these things, but I'm going to go through a couple of more things here. I just want you guys to see like the big picture. Also, if you wanted to add a contact, you can just easily add a contact from here. You can say first name, last name, email, cell phone number. You can do all that in here. And this is how you would add a contact directly from here. Very simple to use here. And the listing section, I'm going to show you that. The listing section is going to be where you have all of the MLS, you have all the properties, so you can see all of them are in here. There's like over 10,000 listings. But let's just say for an example, we're looking at Rancho Cucamonga. All right. So Rancho Cucamonga. Oh damn! I mean, first, like, I think I gotta take a spelling class. I don't know how to spell Rancho Cucamonga. There it is. Cool. So let's just say we click on this listing here, Rancho Cucamonga. So the cool thing is that the system, as you already know, well, I don't know if you know this, but the system it has created a website for every single listing. So if your customers call you hey, can you send me some properties? I would rather you send them a property through the system, because this system, again, is going to do the tracking. But if you just wanted to send out a customer like one house, you can just send them this link. This is a live link. This is a lead capture. This is something that you can use to promote on Facebook and Instagram. But you can see how cool it is. Like, this is my contact information. It's not my listing, but it has my listing as a listing agent, or it promoted me as the agent, right? And it's showing you like that you can download the app. It will disclose like who the listing agent is, for compliance. It'll show the highest school information. It'll show them the elementary if it has all the information in there, general features, all the stuff that I already showed you. But this is, again, done for you. You don't have to create it. So you don't have to create a landing page for this property. It's already done for you. This little section here is you could send this via text to one of your contacts. You can also text it to a hashtag. So if you guys get a farm in Rancho Cucamonga, for example, you can just text this property to everybody in that farm with the click of a button. You can also boost it, post it on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Craigslist from a click of a button. So if you wanted to post it on Facebook, look how cool this is. So this is where I was talking about not giving away the information, right? So I would say something like this: check out this hot listing, will not last, right? That's it. I'm not going to talk about the listing. I'm not going to say the bedrooms. I'm not going to say the bathrooms. I'm just going to have them click. When they click, they're going to get all the information, and I'm going to get their contact information, lead generation, right? So that's going to be Facebook. You can also post it on Twitter, Pinterest, and you even have an automatic Craigslist poster. This is another cool thing. I tell people that, you should do like 5 to 10 of these a day. Who cares? I mean, a lot of people don't think it works. I think that anything works as long as you're consistent, right? So, but check this out. Craigslist ad done in like 5 seconds, right? So that's how fast that is. And then you could also boost it. This is another very, very popular feature for most of my agents. This is what they love to do. Boosting, it's very, very powerful. So the system will create the ad for you automatically. It'll create it something like this. You could even promote your open house, by the way. You can do that as well. But just for this example, we're going to talk about the boosting a listing. And then here, you have a choice to promote it for 3 days for $45, 1 week for $60, or you could do it for 2 weeks or even 5 weeks. So you have an option. I would say do it at least for a week. The most popular is 3 weeks, but do it at least for a week. Or you can rotate, right? You could do one of these 1 week. You could do one property a week. So if you were to promote this property for 1 week, then you can do another one in another 7 days. So you're going to promote 4 different properties in 1 month, and you would have spent $240. And that's going to generate you anywhere from 30 to 40 leads with that kind of investment. So the really cool thing is that you're not going to have to be a designer. You're not going to have to pay anybody. You literally, all you do is go through it here, check out which option you want, put in the billing information, you click submit, and you're done. Your job is done for the ad, and this is how you're going to get new buyer leads directly to your platform. So I don't know about you, but that's really exciting. I spent hours trying to figure out how to promote on Facebook, and this is done in 10 seconds. So I just want to highlight how powerful that is. So the marketing autopilot, can you repeat how to boost it? Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and repeat it one more time here. Boom, 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 boom. I'm just going to click on this property. I'm going to hit boost. Hold on a second. What's up with this? Okay, loading. I'm trying to work faster than the system here. And this is also being recorded, so you can go back to this, right? So, but post, actually not post, boost. Boost property here. Boom. So this is the boost section. Again, you choose 3 days, 1 week, or 2 weeks, whatever the case is. You put in your billing information, you click submit, and you're done. That's it. Very, very simple. So you do have to know your credit card information, all that good stuff, but that's it. Very, very powerful stuff. The marketing autopilot, I'm just going to browse through it. Basically, this is how you would activate your campaigns. Campaigns are going to be ways that you stay in front of your customers. This is going to be a way for you to send them out text messages and emails, kind of like the way you saw my system is doing, without me having to set it up. Like, so you basically, your job in the beginning of the system is to do it once. You want to make sure that you set this up in the beginning. So the system already comes loaded with 23 campaigns. So you're going to see that there is seller campaigns, there's buyer campaigns, there's renter campaigns. So if you wanted to do like one of these campaigns, all you got to do is click add to library and it'll add them to your library. And all you got to do is click activate and you're done. I'm not going to dive in like very, very deep on this section because I think that for the timing purposes, like I don't want to spend too much time here. Actually, let me click my mouse actually just took a little nap. So just give me 1 second. So on this section, I guess I'll just talk about this. On this section, all you have to do is add it to your library. And when you add it to your library, it'll automatically be loaded up. So that way, when you have customers that come in, whether they be buyers or sellers, the system knows what to do with them, right? The system will know that when you have a new lead, it's gonna send them out this new campaign. Or when the system has an expired lead, it's gonna do this campaign. Or when you have a sphere lead, it's gonna promote this campaign. Or when you have a past client, it's gonna go do this campaign. So you wanna make sure that you spend the time kind of thinking about, you know, who you wanna target, but you have 23 campaigns. You don't have to design them, they're already done. All you gotta do is click add to library. And when you click add to library, that'll be loaded in your system. And once they're loaded, they're done. So hold on 1 second. Let me just go ahead and do that. So can you please show how to add to my library? So on this section here, so I'm here. So all you got to do, let's just say we're clicking on, let's just say this one, this open house one, right? You can click add to library and it's going to move it down into your library. So as you can see, the campaign is not on. These are all my other campaigns that are on already because I've actually already done this. But all you got to do here is open up the campaign, the open house campaign, for example. And from here, all you have to do is edit it so you could tell the system what it's going to do. Or you can also just leave it the way it is. Like you can just click activate. So when you have a lead that comes into your system with the source being an open house, the system is going to send them out this campaign. But if you wanted to do like a hashtag, right? You wanted to have the hashtag like turn on the campaign, I would do this. I would click edit. I would say move to hashtag, and then I would just put in open house here. So when I put in hashtag open house, my system will know that this system should be activated. So I'm going to update the campaign. So now when I have this hashtag, you know, in the lead, this campaign is going to be turned on. It's going to be what is it? A 120-day campaign, like 6 months. So when you have an open house lead come in and you put a hashtag open house, the system will follow up with this client for 120 days. Right? So that's how you add it. Because if you are in your section where you want to add a campaign and you see no campaigns, that means that you haven't added them to your library. So just make sure that you go into it, and you can actually add all 23 if you want, and then you can just make sure that you turn them on it when you have the clients that are coming in, but just select the ones you want to use. And that's basically how you do that. So going back to the marketing autopilot, there's also the search alerts. This is like the moneymaker. This is the most powerful thing I think that the system has. The search alerts is where you guys are seeing that the customers are getting an email every 2 weeks. This is how you set it up. So you see, like I put hashtag FUB. This was Follow Up Boss for me. So I had 7,500 leads in Follow Up Boss. So basically I just put those leads in here. And then once a week, they're getting like properties in Riverside County. Because if you have like a cold farm, like let's just say you were to get something like a cold farm like this, like Cole Realty, and you just put in a farm in Rancho Cucamonga, you're going to create an alert for that area. So you can say, all right, cool. So hashtag Rancho Cucamonga, enter. And I'm gonna make sure that I put in Rancho Cucamonga. So there you go. And then I'm gonna put all the just listeds in that area. And I'm gonna put everything between 400,000, if there is anything like that, all the way up to, actually I don't need to have a limit, but you could, right? You can get very specific, but you can say, all right, cool. I wanna have everybody in Rancho Cucamonga get properties in that price. So what happens now is that this hashtag Rancho Cucamonga is now gonna, like if you put a list that has a hashtag Rancho Cucamonga, the system is gonna send them out properties like this. And this one is actually daily, so I probably don't want to do that. If you, this is the other thing I want to say specifically, if you have a colder farm that you haven't talked to for a while, you want to make sure that you do it once a week or twice a month. Do not do it daily, because if you haven't talked to somebody in a while, or if you have leads that you just had sitting around for a long time, if you were to put a customer in there daily, they're going to get annoyed and they're going to hit unsubscribe. So how you bypass that, I mean, you just want to make sure that you do something like not twice weekly, but like once weekly or twice a month. And then that's how you would do that. And actually for the hashtag, you actually don't need to put in the hashtag. You just put Rancho Cucamonga, you put enter, and then that's gonna basically trigger the system, because I noticed that I had two little hashtags, right? So now you see this. So this Rancho Cucamonga hashtag, you can also hit copy. So now if I ever put anybody in my system with this hashtag, they're going to get properties in Rancho Cucamonga that are $400,000 and above. So that's how you set up an alert. This is going to be very powerful. So how are you going to use search alerts? Again, you want to put in like your sphere, your past clients, any cold data. You want to make sure you activate these alerts, because these alerts are going to send them out beautiful emails like this weekly or every 2 weeks. And when they click on it and when they raise their hand, that's going to be your prompt to give them a call. Very, very powerful stuff. So, and again, with the modules that we have built into the system, it teaches you how to do these things specifically. So I know that I'm browsing over them just because of the timing that we have in this webinar. But I will tell you is that I've also done specific videos for each one of these. So if you guys are part of our group already, I do have videos for the smart campaigns and the search alerts. So I did individual videos for these that I go deeper into these sections as well. So just in case you're like, oh my God, I just missed this. Well, number one, this is being recorded. Number two, you have the library. And number three, I have a specific video that I can share with you as well. So the other cool thing is that the system also has a dialer. So the dialer, you're going to be able to use it from your mobile application. So I personally use the kvCORE application more than I do the desktop. So you want to make sure that if you have kvCORE already, you download this app. It's called kvCORE. It's a little blue icon. Make sure you download that app. That's going to have the dialer integrated into it. So make sure you download that app. You're going to be able to manage all your contacts. You're going to be able to add contacts. You're going to be able to turn on campaigns, turn on alerts. You're going to be able to create squeeze pages, all those things. You're going to be able to do it directly from your phone. So it's very, very powerful. Make sure you use that. And when you have the dialer integrated into your cell phone, I mean, it's just super simple. You just basically hit dial and it'll just dial your contacts. It's going to be a single line dialer. It's not going to be like a triple line dialer. Also, if you wanted to do like a mass email, right? Like if let's just say, you know, like this whole pandemic started, right? And one of the things that I did is that I wanted to let everybody know that there was help out there. So what I did is that I sent out everybody, like I sent out like almost 10,000 emails or 7,000 emails when COVID-19 hit. And I sent it out March 21st. And I sent out all of my clients a video and an email showing them like, hey, there's options out there. Let me know if I can help. So you can do a mass email. Like obviously you don't have to do thousands at a time, but that's how powerful this is. Like you have the ability to, if you have 1,500, 2,000, 10,000 people in your database, you imagine having the capacity to be able to do a mass email like that in one shot. That's what you could do with kvCORE. You could also do a mass text, and I'll show you how to do a mass text as well. So that's how you would schedule a mass email there. You also have, well, there's a birthday and anniversaries. There's a couple little sections in here that I'm not going to cover, but you see the big picture. I mean, it has a lot of different tools. the lead engine, this is where I'm going to go. This is where you would create landing pages and squeeze pages, right? Because this is one of the things that I mentioned that we were going to be covering today. Let me go ahead and look at the time. Yeah, we're good. We're good still. Or if you guys are good on time, great. If anybody has to log off because of some reason, you guys, I mean, I didn't actually put a specific time, but I do have time. So I'm going to continue with the webinar, but just know that I am recording this. For agents that want to stay traditional way of prospecting, how long will they survive? So I think that you could do it, but it's going to be really, really hard for you to do it, especially, I guess this is how I would say it, right? Like, you got agents that have been in the business a long time, 20, 30, 40 years. I've been here for 15 years in real estate. So when I started, we didn't have cell phones where you can put a navigation in it. So I had to use a Thomas guide and I had to use MapQuest, right? So this is what I would kind of put on your thinking cap. If you're an agent and you know that there is a cell phone where you can use it to navigate, will you still go use MapQuest because that's what you know how to do, right? Probably the answer is no. Technology is here to make our life easier. It's not a threat to our business. It's not going to take away our business. It's here to make our lives easier, but it really depends on your mindset, right? You might think that technology is going to come in and take your business. If that's true for you, that is true for you. It's going to take all your business. But you can say, oh my God, technology is going to make my life easier, and it's going to help me to attract more buyers, and it's going to help me to attract more sellers. I think that for the agent that doesn't go tech, it's just going to be a lot harder, right? So I think that if you have the ability to generate business this way, take the time and do it, right? Because I got people from all ages that are learning how to use this system. Doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter how you've always done it. But again, if you use the MapQuest analogy, I mean, just because you use a Thomas guide in the beginning of the business, I guarantee you guys that you guys are not using MapQuest, right? I mean, Thomas guides, maybe rarely, right? But a lot of people might be using their cell phone as a navigation. When the MapQuest came out, that was super awesome. But then the TomToms came out, and that was awesome. Use that. And then when the cell phone came out with the navigation, I mean, it was just game over. So that's what I would say. Move with the changing times. Make technology your friend. So landing pages. If you want to use a landing page or want to create a landing page, I talked to an agent the other day, and then she said she was spending a couple of days like creating landing pages, and I created a landing page in 5 seconds. Check this out. So let's just say you want to promote in Corona to generate business. Landing pages you're going to use to attract buyers and sellers, right? So let's just say we want to get buyers or sellers in Corona. So this is a page that's already done. So you could see this is a page. Like, I could use any one of these images, or I could use a custom image as well. But let's just say I want to use this one, right? Corona real estate deals. And look at what it says: drastic price reduction, fixture uppers, distressed properties, for instant market updates. This is how it comes already, but just know that all of this is customizable. What they've done hundreds and thousands of ads like this works very effectively. So I would just say leave it the way it is. But if you want to change it, feel free to do it, because maybe you might have a specific message you want to promote. But all you got to do is hit save, you hit OK, and your landing page is done. So all you got to do is hit Facebook, and check this out. This is a landing page that's done for Corona real estate deals, and it's done. I hope you guys can see it on the screen. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but that's how fast it is. That's a landing page that's done in seconds. The other way that you would use the landing page is this way. Let's just say you had a listing that you wanted to promote, or you wanted to make a video about yourself. Let's just say you wanted to reach out to a community. You wanted to follow up with some clients. Maybe you wanted to send out a text blast. If you were to send out a text blast, you can also do this landing page, and you can just say like something, just wanted to catch up, or I wanted to talk about this down payment assistance program, or so you can say hot listing. So hot new listing, and you could punch in, like, this is the video that it comes with, but you would just put in your YouTube ID for the video here. It would integrate it into the video ad, and you would click save, and then this would be a landing page that you would do for your listing directly from here. Very, very simple to use here. The squeeze page is also another powerful part. Squeeze pages are something that I love to use. Would be the squeeze pages. The purpose would be to send out to your current clients. It would be to send out text blasts or email blasts, or you could also put this on Facebook, and this could help you to generate clients. So let's just say, for example, let's just say Corona, the city. We want to create a page for Corona. Like, I'm going to create a website. Look how awesome I am at technology. This is so simple. Look, check this out. So Corona SFRs, I want to get all the properties in Corona that have pools. So I'm going to click generate link, and I'm going to click copy. And then what this is going to do is that I just created a website for Corona with all of the pool homes. So check that out. There's 63 homes in Corona with pools. So I could do something like this. I could text this link out to my client, or I could do a landing page for this, or I could send this via text to everybody in Corona and say, hey, summer is hot. You know, we're averaging 100-degree weather. And I made a list and I made a site with all of the pool homes in Corona. Check this out. So boom, you send them out this link. Your customers check it out. They're like, oh my God, this is nice. Oh, you know what? This is the area where I want to be in Corona. Like, is there a house here with a pool? Let me check this out. Boom. They can click on it. They can go directly to the page, and then boom. Oh my God, this is a really nice, you know, property with a pool. That's how awesome and simple that is. So this little squeeze page is going to be a way for you to generate new clients. Or you can also say, you can just do this, like Corona pool homes. $63 over 60 homes available. I would do something like that. I would probably take that out, take that out, take that out, take that out. So I would do lead generation. And then basically what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take this landing page, right, or this squeeze page, and I'm going to add it to the squeeze page here. So Corona pool homes, over 60 homes available. I'm going to go ahead and paste this link in here. I'm going to put require phone number. I'm going to click save. I'm going to press OK. And now I can use this landing page to generate contacts in Corona. And when they click on it, it's going to take them over to the page. So I'm going to drop that in here so you guys can see it. So that's the squeeze page. If you guys punch in your information, it's going to take you over to the Corona pool home section. And then if you want to, like, the market report is also another really popular feature. Let's just say you wanted to do Corona and you wanted to do the city of Corona. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to click generate link. I'm going to copy this. So this is another cool way that you can generate customers or keep your customers up to date. Actually, look, this is really cool that this happened. This is the registration. I'm pretty sure you guys can see it. Please register to view the market report for Corona, California. So again, I can log in with Facebook, Google, or my email. So that's how cool it is. Like, it's gonna force the customer to register, and I'm not gonna be able to see it unless I register. So now the system caught on that I haven't registered, so it's hitting me up for my information. I'm not gonna do it because then it's gonna contact me, but I can do that actually. So the really cool thing is you can create market reports. You can also generate, like, if you wanted to generate sellers in Corona, you can also do the same thing. I'm going to say City of Corona. I'm going to create a landing page for sellers. And these are all things that you guys can use via text, via email, or again, via Facebook. So it's going to tell people, hey, the average price in Corona is $735. What's yours worth, right? The customer is going to be able to punch in their address, right? It just seems like, this is the cool thing about this website, is that this is not going to threaten the customer to think that you're trying to get their information. But guess what? When they punch in their address, on the next page, it's going to ask them to register with their email and phone so they can get the report, right? So this is a landing page for sellers. And I'm going to drop that in here in the comment section again. Really cool stuff. And I'm going to go back, and single property, I'm not going to really cover that because every single property has a listing website already. I would only use this if you want to change the default settings, right? Because with the way that the pages are done already with the MLS, the customer can see 2 properties before the registration occurs. So if you want to do it immediately, you can put in immediately, so that will have the registration come in immediately. But if you don't want to change it, except don't worry about this. This is not something you want to do. I'm going to show you how to get also market on Facebook and Google. This is another popular feature that my agents are using that are going to help you to get leads directly to your platform. So if you wanted to advertise on Facebook and you wanted to not just do a property, but you wanted to generate business a particular zip code, you can just go ahead and click this on Marketplace. You can click Add to KV Core, and this is going to be a paid option. So this is going to be something that you want to use if you have a budget. You can say, hey, you know what? I want to spend $250. I want to spend $500. $500 is going to get you about 80 to 100 leads. So you can say, hey, you know what? I want to promote and I want to get business in 92883. That's the zip code in Corona. All I got to do is punch in my billing information, sign it, click submit, and I get leads in Corona directly to my inbox. And that's how you generate leads. So this is kind of like if you were to put money, like if you were to advertise on Zillow, $500 is going to get you like 1 lead, right? So here you're going to get 80 to 100 leads. So it's a big difference, and it's going to go directly to you. It's not going to be shared with anybody else. Very, very powerful. That's how you're going to be able to generate business through Facebook. And another cool feature that my agents are using is Make It Rain. This is going to be a way for you to generate business directly from Facebook. The cost of this one it's about the same, but you're going to get a little bit less leads because they're going to be higher quality. They're going to be a little bit warmer. So Make It Rain is a really powerful feature. It's going to show you as the agent in an area. So it'll say Corona Real Estate, like you're going to have that, in Google. So when somebody searches Corona Real Estate, you're going to show up, your page is going to show up and it's going to capture you the lead. So you have a couple of different plans. So if you wanted to generate buyers, you can spend $250 and you're going to get about 15 to 25 leads. You can spend $500, you're going to get about 25 to 40 leads. And if you spend $750, you're going to get about 38 to 60 leads. So that's basically how you're going to be able to get leads directly from Google. And if you also wanted to do like handwritten notes, this is another cool thing, right? I know a lot of people are very big on handwritten notes. You can also add in a handwritten note, API handwritten postcards. So this will send out a postcard on your behalf in handwriting, without your handwriting, obviously. But if you spoke to a customer, in addition to you being able to send a voicemail, a text, an email, a video, you can also send them out a handwritten note, and you can add this onto your platform. It's just an additional way for you to stay in contact with your customers. Also, just want to say, if you do have a dialer like Mojo or any of those dialers out there, you can also integrate it with this platform as well. So if you're going to go the way of like, hey, you know what? I'm a guy that calls people on the phone. Cool. Use your phones on Mojo, get all the contacts you need to get, but you can indicate a folder in Mojo that'll be connected directly to KV Core. So as soon as you get a conversation that's really solid on the phone, you can push them directly into your KV Core platform directly from there. So that's how you would do that. And let me go ahead and I'm going to actually open it up for questions. It's already been an hour and 10 minutes that I've been talking. What questions do you have? I'm going to probably be here for another 10 or so. And I would like to answer any questions or any comments or anything else that I could potentially clarify for you guys. So if you guys, I think there's a lot of you guys still in here. So if you guys are listening, thank you for listening to me so far, by the way. So I just showed you a whole tour of like what you could do. Oh, I said I was going to show you guys how to do the mass text. So this is how easy it would be to do a mass text. So if I wanted to do a mass text, all I would do is I usually like to expand my page to 100, right? That way I can get 100 contacts. And thank you so much. So here on the left-hand side, you're going to click that section and you're going to do mass text. So what the system will do is that it'll send out 100 text messages at a time. So let's just say I wanted to send out, hey, check out these pool homes in Corona. So I can do something like this. I can put this link in here. And then what this is going to do is going to send out 100 people this thing. So I would just copy this, and then I would click send text, and 100 people are going to get this text. So if you want to do this text to 1,000 people, you're just going to need it, like, because you can do 100 at a time. So you could just go page per page per page, and then just copy the same message. So for example, I can go to the, like if I go to Whittier, for example, because I have a hashtag, right? Hashtag in here. So I can do, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So like this is Whittier, right? So in Whittier, I have 133 leads. So I can hit 133 people in one shot by doing a mass text. I can just click boom, boom, and paste, and boom. I would hit 100 people, and then I would hit the rest of them from there. So a question is, how long, thank you so much. How long did it take me to learn the system? It took me about a month of me going through it, and I learn every single month. Like I learn something new and I just keep adding to it. But I will tell you that it's, once you start to use it and you embrace it and create a system around it, it's going to make your business so much more easier. Your customers are also like, this is the coolest thing that happened. I started getting calls from customers and saying like, oh my God, Leo, is like, you must be doing really well. He's like, your website is amazing. Like people give me that kind of feedback, which is really cool. So if you like, oh, that's a great question. So I think somebody asked like, how much would it normally be for a KV Core? So this platform, if you're part of EXP, it's included with your membership. So that's the good news. But if you're not part of EXP, you can still purchase this website, and this is called KV Core. This will cost you $6.99 a month, not $6.99, but $699. So this is a $700 platform. So if you do the math, right, $700 times 12, that's basically almost $9,000 a year for this platform, because they have you sign a 12-month agreement. So by partnering with EXP, you're going to be saving $8,000 a year, because you're not going to have to pay for it. And this is what I tell agents all the time that are not part of our company. Well, I tell them like, look, you could just go ahead and get partner with EXP. Instead of you paying KV Core $8,000, why not use that $8,000 and put it towards Facebook ads, right? So if you were to put $8,000 towards Facebook ads, for example, that would mean that you would have $650 a month for you to generate leads. So $650, it's going to get you about 120 to 130 leads. So I tell them two options. I'm like, look, would you rather go and spend $700 for KV Core without any advertisement, just for the platform? Or would you partner with us, put $650 on the line, and you're going to get 100 plus leads a month? That's 1,200 leads a year. So imagine 1,200 leads a year. How much business can you get? It's a lot. I guarantee you can at least close 10 deals from that. So cool. It's easier than you think. Thank you so much for that. Start with one thing and implement. Yes, just start with one thing and implement it. That's a really, really, really great advice. I would tell you that, because you can get really overwhelmed. Obviously, I went through it, and it seems like it is a lot, and it is a lot, honestly. I know the system really well, so it looks like super simple. But I would just say follow the modules. The modules are going to be the way that you can implement the system. Become a student of the platform. And then the other cool thing is that with EXP, you guys know that we have classes, right, virtually. So on a daily basis, we have KV Core classes. So this is our training calendar here. So you could see like Wednesday. So today's Wednesday. I'm like, what day is it today? So we have, let me see, KV Core. Look, so there's a KV Core class at 11. Cool. Thursday, there is another KV Core class at 11. Friday, there's another KV Core class at 11. That looks like it's a common theme. So it looks like about every day, you have a KV Core class. So I would advise you do the modules, but go to the classes within EXP, because you guys can see there's over 100 classes that you can pick from. But if you really want to master KV Core, I would go into here. And then the other thing you could do to also master KV Core, in Facebook Workplace, which if you are an EXP agent, you can also log in and there's a KV Core group in Facebook Workplace. So actually, let me pull up the group so I can tell you guys what it is. I'll tell you the name of it. So KV Core. So there's a KV Core discussion. So there's a KV Core discussion on Facebook Workplace. It has 21,000 members. So this would be a group that I would encourage you to join. Actually, let me send you guys a link so you guys can join it now. Give me a second. Let me punch it in here. Because this, like a lot of the times when I have a question about KV Core, I go into this group and I can get my questions answered really quickly. So let me go ahead and punch that in here. Okay, give me 1 second, all right, guys? So boom, here it is. So that's the KV Core Mastermind right there. If you guys want to join that. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, KV Core has, oh yes, and that's actually a great point. See on the right-hand side here, this little chat section, you can message them anytime. So they have a bot and actually a real person that will respond to you. So if you guys get stuck with something, you guys, like you can search for articles. So you can put like alerts, for example. So you can punch in alerts and the alert section, it's going to pull up all the articles. But if the articles still don't answer your question, you can just send a message directly from here. So you can just punch in, ask a question, or search for articles, or report a bug, or submit a feature. Whatever the case is, you have somebody that's like on there live that is there to support you as well. So cool, guys. That basically wraps up our webinar. Is there any other final questions, any other comments that you guys have for me before I close it out? I'm also going to have this recording. So if you're part of the company already, I'll send it over to you guys to the WhatsApp and via text. But if somebody invited you to this webinar, make sure you contact the person that invited you here, and they'll send you out a copy of this training as well. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate you all. Make it the best Wednesday ever. Today is your day, and I will talk to you guys very, very, very soon. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys.